Your Honor.
Justice Perez.
Just one question, Mr. Solicitor General. You have been mentioning about unwanted pregnancies. Who determines when a pregnancy is unwanted?
I will start with the woman, Your Honor. And the state also has an interest in an unwanted pregnancy. For example, a teenager still going to school.
You're not answering my question. I'm asking who determines whether a pregnancy is unwanted or not. Who says that a pregnancy is unwanted? Who determines that?
My answer, Your Honor, the woman and the state. The state has a right to determine whether a pregnancy is wanted or not, because there is an effect on the economy, Your Honor, among others.
Is the reason why the law focuses on the poor and the marginalized. In other words, I read that the law to mean that it is the poor whose pregnancies are unwanted. And therefore, as a matter of police, as an exercise of police power, you prevent unwanted pregnancies among the poor. Is that correct, Mr. Solicitor General?
No, Your Honor, not prevent unwanted pregnancy in the poor. The statistics will show that the vulnerable, the marginalized, that's the sector where there are many unwanted pregnancies. So all the government is saying is give these people a menu from the natural planning methods to the contraceptives. And that is just state policy, Your Honor. It is not saying one is better than the other. And when we say unwanted pregnancy, I always want to say, for the avoidance of doubt, we are not talking here about abortion. Contraceptives are contraceptives. Sure.
I'm not going into that because there has already been a very lengthy discussion on whether the contraceptives that are now in the market are abortifacients. But just to follow up that question, in relation, of course, to the focus on the poor, at present, Mr. Solicitor General, does the poor or does everyone have freedom of choice insofar as contraceptives are concerned?
They have, in the sense that they can make up their mind on whether they will use it or not, but there is no freedom of choice in the sense that the poor cannot even afford to buy, or the poor do not even know what are the effects, or when should they use or not use contraceptives, Your Honor.
Are you saying that the poor are unfeeling people who do not think, who just reproduce like animals and beasts?
No, Your Honor. The Congress made a judgment that the poor are underprivileged, that they are vulnerable. And that is why the Congress decided to subsidize government money. That is what the Congress has done. They have never thought anything less of our poor brethren, Your Honor. All they're saying is they are making a finding here of social fact. They're making a finding of social fact that we have so many underprivileged and the poor, so much of the unwanted pregnancies.
And therefore they don't have the right to reproduce anymore because there
no,
are
Your
so
Honor,
many of them
the Congress is not saying that. They're just saying give money so that the underprivileged and the poor and the disadvantaged and the marginalized will be
prevent unwanted pregnancies.
Will be educated to make informed choices.
Just one observation. As it is right now, but by the way, I have not asked this question. Would you know how much a condom costs nowadays?
I would
is
not.
That not accessible to the poor?
Again, Your Honor, I don't know the statistics on how much
anyway
they cost. But again, the poor who don't even have money to buy food, I would say, it's not accessible to them.
Okay. What I'm saying is, right now, there is freedom of choice. The women can go to the drugstore and get the contraceptives that suits her purposes. You're saying that this law will enhance the freedom of choice because it can be seen as the other way around, meaning to say that when the government, through this law, undertakes all these programs and all these expenditures and all these projects to promote birth control or to promote contraceptives, then that program or that incentive or that a way of governance will impair the freedom of choice that presently exists. As it is now, it is an ideal situation. Everyone has a right to go into contraceptives or not. But when the government comes in and spends government money and makes an entire program about this propagation of contraception, is that not a message, especially to the poor, that you, the poor, should engage in birth control because you are causing an impediment to the progress of this country?
With all due respect, Your Honor, we believe otherwise. The Congress sees all of these ills, and their solution is make these contraceptive devices and information available, because in their view, this will alleviate an ill which the Congress sees as a real ill. And it is not to denigrate the poor, it is to help the poor.
Just a realization of the fact that the poor or poverty is a problem. You will have to accept that.
And Congress is trying to do its best to do something about it.
Without denigrating on the poor of our countrymen. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Senator.
Your Honor.